Well, I'm not a guy that just has to worry about where the camera is.
Kansas head coach Les Miles.
How would you characterize his alleged behavior at this period of time? They say from 2009 going all the way to 2016, I think.
Well, I would characterize it as fireable offenses.
Rather, ex-coach.
Breaking news, Kansas and football coach Les Miles have mutually parted ways.
So Les Miles had a positive public image back in the day. He was adored for eating grass at each stadium. CBS broadcasters marveled at his innovative play calling under the white hat. He took over at LSU after Nick Saban, obviously, big shoes to fill. But it's what occurred in his tenure that is reprehensible and shows a side many college football viewers simply did not see. A report released on behalf of LSU showed that a 2013 internal investigation at the school accused Miles of inappropriate behavior toward female students, including allegations he contacted some via Facebook and text, met them off campus alone, and kissed at least one of them. Here's where USA Today comes in, because without their due diligence, who knows if we learn of these revelations. 3 years before LSU fired him, head coach Les Miles weathered an internal investigation into allegations he sexually harassed and made sexist comments about student workers. USA Today sued the school in January for a copy of the investigation report after LSU refused to release it. East Baton Rouge District Court Judge Chip Moore has indicated that the bulk of it should be made public and has shown the document to lawyers of the case, but Moore also ordered Tuesday that it remain sealed until March 30th trial to hear Miles and LSU's objections to the release. The outlet spoke with multiple sources with firsthand knowledge of the investigation. They revealed widespread mishandling of sexual misconduct allegations by LSU's athletic department and broader administration. The Advocate, a local newspaper in Baton Rouge, reported Miles reached a secret settlement with a former student who accused him of harassment. ESPN's Heather Dinich also shared this perspective on ESPN's Outside the Lines.
Well, I would characterize it as fireable offenses. And I say that because former athletic director Joe Oliva wrote that and characterized it himself, according to the Hush Blackwell report.
It's true. Oliva, back in 2013, after Miles received a contract extension and a raise, wrote in an uncovered email, "I think his continued employment needs to be seriously considered. When reviewing the use of a secret personal phone, the texts, the fact that I had already advised him against such behavior, the evening meeting off campus, etc., it gives me great concern for the future. The issue can or will have serious impact on our university and athletic department." In another email, Oliva doubled down to incoming LSU Pres F. King Alexander. Despite the emails from Oliva and the intel the school had, they continued employing Miles. It wasn't until a rocky start in 2016, starting 2-2, where the school fired him. After all this is the same Les Miles who took soft stances on players accused of violence against women, including allowing players to return to competition while criminal charges against them were pending. When at Oklahoma State, a scandal erupted there as well. Former players of the program say hostesses, or Orange Pride, had responsibilities that included creating potential recruits and guiding them and their families around campus, plus, here's the kicker, having sex with prospective players when making visits to Stillwater, Oklahoma. Current head coach Mike Gundy and then coach Les Miles were involved in the interview process per ESPN's reporting. Sports Illustrated's damning investigation found Orange Pride not only grew under Miles and Gundy, but that its culture changed. There was a small group within a group that could be counted on to, quote, take care of prospects. One of Les's biggest things, he wanted more personality. I remember our first few recruiting weekends in 2001, the girls just kind of stood in the corner. They weren't real personable. Was part of it to have pretty girls too? Let's get real. So Les Miles put himself in the driver's seat of this program, interviewing all of the hostesses of Orange Pride per Shayla Simpson, a recruiting assistant in 2004. This practice continued at Louisiana State University, where Miles implemented the hostesses protocol and program with recruits. Shockingly or not, according to CBS, Kansas officials said that the Jayhawks thoroughly vetted Miles and did not encounter any red flags ahead of his hiring. But the AD is Jeff Long. Who is Jeff Long? A friend of now ex-coach Les Miles.